Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're up to lesson 9 of Unit 4. And in this particular lesson, we are going to learn how to actually find the value of a missing exponent. And the way we're going to do that is by using something called a logarithm. So how we calculate or how we use logarithms is right here. Okay, we have our exponential form and we have our logarithm form. And you can see when you put it in logarithm form, the answer is the exponent, which is what we're looking for. So how do logarithms work? You have a logarithm and you have a base, and then you have the value of when you raise it to that exponent. So to give you an idea of how it works, I'm going to just write off to the side here. So let's say I have logarithm or log for short, base 3 of 9. Okay, log base 3 of 9. What that's really asking is 3 to what power, because 3 is the base, 3 to what power is 9. And we of course know that 3 squared is 9. So we would say that log base 3 of 9 is equal to 2. Okay, let me show you a different example. How about if we had log base 2 of 8? Okay, log base 2 of 8. If I ask you to calculate that, what that really means is 2 to the power of what is equal to 8. So 2 to the power of what equals 8, and that is 2. We, of course, know that 2 cubed is equal to 8. So log base 2 of 8, we would say that the answer is 3. Okay? Let me do one more example. Okay? What if I had log base 10 of 10,000? Log base 10 of 10,000. So what that's really asking is 10 to the power of what is equal to 10,000? 10 to the power of what is equal to 10,000? And if we figure that out, it would be 10 to the power of 4. So we would say that the answer to log base 10 of 10,000, we would say that that answer is 4. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how logarithms work. Okay. Now, what we're going to practice today, are a couple things. We're going to practice, all right, converting between exponential form and logarithmic form, and I gave a couple of examples right here. I have 4 squared equals 16. We, of course, know that that's a true statement. So in logarithm form, we would say that log base 4 of 16 is equal to 2. So we're going to practice going back and forth between these two forms, and we're basically just going to answer or solve problems using this concept of a logarithm. And we're going to see how that works. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and look at the examples here. Okay. Find the value of the unknown exponents that make each equation true. Find the value of the unknown exponents that make each equation true. Okay. So what we're going to do is what we're going to do for each of these is we're going to convert this to logarithm form just to practice. So we're going to do this right here. So right now I have 10 to the power of w equals 1,000. That is exponential form. In logarithmic form, it's going to be log. My base is 10. So log base 10 of 1,000 is equal to w. Log base 10 of 1,000 is equal to w. So to figure out that answer, what is W going to be? Well, 10, this is really asking 10 to what power is 1,000? And of course, the answer is 10 to the power of 3. So we would say that W is equal to 3. Okay. For B, 10 to the power of Y equals 9. If I were to write that in logarithm form, that would be log base 10, because it's 10 to what power? Log base 10 of 9 equals Y. Now, this one's a little more tricky because the answer is going to be a decimal. Okay, it isn't possible to take 10, raise it to a whole number power, and get 9. Okay, there's no way to do that. So I have to essentially estimate it first, and then I'm going to use Desmos to calculate it. I know that the answer is going to have to be between 0 and 1, because I know that 10 to the power of 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. And I know that 10 to the power of 1 is 10. So the exponent is going to have to be between 0 and 1. So to do a logarithm in Desmos, I'll show you how to do that. Okay. If you go to functions and you go to miscellaneous, okay, so again, it's functions and then miscellaneous, you'll see right here in the middle where my mouse is, this is a log, it says log base A. And if I click on that, it comes up, so I can do log and then type in base 10, and then in parentheses, log base 10 of 9, and you can see I get an answer between 0 and 1. So it's approximately 0.95. So Y is approximately equal to 0.95. Okay? So for C, we're going to do the same thing. So we have 10 to the power of Z equals 90. So in logarithm form, that would be log base 10 of 90 equals Z. Okay. Again, this is going to be a decimal. I can't take 10, raise it to a power, and raise it to a whole number power and get 90. I know it's going to have to be somewhere between 1 and 2, because 10 to the power of 1 is 10, and 10 squared is 100. And 90 is obviously between 10 and 100. So I know it's somewhere between 1 and 2. To get my exact value, I'm going to go to Desmos again. And again, it's functions, miscellaneous, and then you can see log base A right here. And we said it was log base 10 of 90. And what do you know? We get an answer between 1 and 2. So it's approximately equal to 1.95. Z is approximately equal to 1.95. Okay. A, let's see here. What values could replace the question marks in these equations to make them true? So this middle section. So log base 10 of a million. So in other words, 10 to what power is equal to 1 million? 10 to what power is a million? Of course, that would be 10 to the power of 6. So the answer to A is 6. Okay. For part B, log base 10 of 1. So again, we're going in the opposite direction. So this is really asking 10 to what power is equal to 1. And we should know that the answer in that case is going to be 0, because anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So B, the answer is going to be 0. And C, now we have 10 log base 10 of question mark is equal to 4. Log base 10 of question mark is equal to 4. So if I convert this to exponential form, my base is 10, my exponent is 4. So this is saying 10 to the 4th equals question mark. Well, what is 10 to the 4th? 10 to the 4th is 1 followed by 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. So question mark is equal to 10,000. Okay. And our last example here, okay, between which two whole numbers is the value of log base 10 of 600? Log base 10 of 600. Okay. So again, remember, this is really asking 10 to what power is equal to 600. So that answer is they're asking what two whole numbers is that answer between? Well, I know, as I've demonstrated in a previous example, I know that 10 squared is equal to 100, right? And I know that 10 cubed is equal to 1,000, okay? So I know that 10 squared is equal to 100, and I know that 10 cubed is equal to 1,000. And obviously 600 is between 100 and 1,000. So if 600 is between 100 and 1,000, that means this answer has to be between 2 and 3. This exponent has to be between 2 and 3. So to answer the question, between which two whole numbers is the value of log base 10 of 600, the answer is between 2 and 3. And the reasoning is what I just said, what I just explained. Okay? So that is it for this lesson.